We live in the most comfortable age in human history. You can order food without leaving your bed, earn money without leaving your home, and be entertained without ever facing silence. Everything is designed to make life easier, faster, smoother. Yet, in this golden age of comfort, people are more anxious, more depressed, and more lost than ever before. We have comfort, but no contentment. We have convenience, but no control. Marcus Aurelius, the Stoic philosopher and emperor of Rome, would look at this modern world and see not progress, but a new form of slavery. Not slavery of chains or masters, but of pleasure, ease, and dependence. He would say we've become prisoners of our own comfort, trapped by the very things we created to set us free. And the saddest part? Most people don't even realize they're chained. Number 5. Comfort has become the new master. Marcus Aurelius believed that the greatest form of freedom comes from mastering your desires, not fulfilling them. But today, our desires master us. We chase comfort as if it were the meaning of life, avoiding every form of discomfort like it's a disease. The moment we feel hunger, we eat. The second we feel boredom, we scroll. We've trained our brains to expect constant stimulation and instant satisfaction. But what Marcus would warn is that every time we escape discomfort, we weaken our resilience. We lose the ability to endure, to wait, to struggle. The Stoics saw comfort as a test, something to enjoy, but never depend on. Yet, we've made it our ruler. We've built a culture where even the smallest inconvenience feels unbearable. And in doing so, we've traded our inner strength for external ease. The more comfortable we become, the more fragile our minds grow. Marcus would call that slavery disguised as success. Number 4, the illusion of control. In our modern age, we believe we're in control. We command machines, direct technology, and shape our digital worlds with a swipe or a voice. But Marcus Aurelius would argue that this is not true control, it's an illusion. True control, he'd remind us, comes from mastering your thoughts, your emotions, and your reactions. Yet, today, we've handed that power over to algorithms and impulses. Every notification is a leash that tugs at our focus. Every like, every view, every alert manipulates our emotions, deciding when we feel joy or disappointment. Marcus once said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events." Realize this, and you will find strength. But we've forgotten that wisdom. We've become emotionally dependent on digital validation, unable to sit in silence without reaching for distraction. Marcus would say that while we think we're using technology, technology is using us. The illusion of control has become our new captivity, and it's one we willingly maintain. Number 3, pleasure, the silent trap. Marcus Aurelius would see modern pleasure as the most dangerous kind of trap, the one that feels good, while it destroys you slowly. The Stoics never saw pleasure as evil, but they warned against dependency. Pleasure, they believed, should serve you, not rule you. But today, pleasure rules almost everything we do. We are constantly bombarded by easy satisfaction food, entertainment, social validation, all engineered to keep us hooked. The problem isn't that pleasure exists, it's that we've forgotten how to live without it. We no longer endure boredom, we escape it. We don't face emotions, we numb them. Marcus would say that this dependence has made us weak and restless. We no longer know how to find peace within ourselves, so we chase temporary highs that leave us emptier than before. He'd remind us that real joy doesn't come from indulgence, it comes from mastery. And until we stop being slaves to pleasure, we'll never taste true happiness. Number 2, the lost art of struggle. Marcus Aurelius wrote, "The impediment to action advances action." What stands in the way becomes the way he saw struggle, not as something to avoid, but as something to embrace, a necessary forge that strengthens the soul. But modern life has convinced us that struggle is failure, and that the goal of life is to make everything easy. We avoid pain, reject challenge, and label every discomfort as suffering. Yet without struggle, there can be no strength. Without hardship, there can be no growth. Marcus would say that we've lost one of life's greatest teachers, adversity. He'd remind us that every obstacle contains a lesson. Every challenge contains a chance to rise higher. By avoiding struggle, we avoid our own evolution. The Stoics believed that resistance builds resilience, and resilience builds freedom. But today, we've built lives so easy that even minor problems overwhelm us. Marcus would tell us plainly, ease makes you soft, struggle makes you strong. Number 1. The Stoic solution: voluntary discomfort. Marcus Aurelius and his fellow Stoics had a powerful practice known as voluntary discomfort. They would deliberately step out of comfort, sleeping on the floor, fasting from food, exposing themselves to cold or hardship, not because they enjoyed suffering, but because they understood its power. By facing discomfort willingly, they trained their minds to stay calm when life forced discomfort upon them. Marcus would tell us to do the same in our modern lives. Turn off your phone for a day. Sit in silence without music. Skip a meal. Take a cold shower. These aren't punishments, they're reminders. Reminders that comfort isn't your master, that you're capable of more than you think, that discipline still belongs to you. The Stoics practiced hardship to stay strong in an unpredictable world. And Marcus would say, if you want to be free, stop running from discomfort, walk toward it. Because the moment you choose discomfort on your terms, life can no longer control you on its terms. So ask yourself, are you using comfort, or is comfort using you? In our quest for ease, we've created a world that rewards laziness and punishes effort. But Marcus Aurelius would remind us that true peace doesn't come from escaping difficulty. It comes from facing it with courage and calm. He'd tell us that the softest life produces the weakest people, and that the Stoic path, the path of strength, purpose, and inner freedom, begins where comfort ends. We were not born to live comfortably. We were born to live meaningfully. Marcus would remind us that every human has two choices: the easy path that weakens you, or the difficult path that transforms you. And while comfort offers temporary pleasure, struggle builds eternal strength. If this message spoke to you, like, share, and subscribe for more Stoic wisdom reimagined for the modern world. And always remember, the obstacle is the way